See, this whole thing is centered around this one simple concept. All spirituality, all the cravings, all the desires to be a better person or to get this thing out of this particular relationship. To even be powerful, to have the money, to have the wealth, to have the influence. All of it still fundamentally comes down to this one fundamental universal need that comes from God itself. Today's video is about the one thing that controls God. Yes, you read that right. You heard that right. What is the one thing that controls God, the divine source, the cosmic center of all creation? What is that one thing? Before I get into that, my name is Rob Derlich. I create videos and content all around spirituality because I desire to help make this so freaking simple. I used to be very, very, very religious. I've gone through a whole huge journey to come out of it. And now my passion is that you know God, experience God, and do so very, very simply because at the end of it all, God's already here. Doctrine and dogmas, they have a purpose, they have a place, or do they? When God is here, all it takes is us just to open our hearts to the center of all things. How freaking cool and simple it is. Spirituality is simply connection. Connection to ourselves, to others, and to God, the universe. And guess what? All of that takes place right inside our heart. But let's get in today's video. Today's video, again, is about the one thing that controls God. And why do I know there is one thing that controls God? Suppose that we are taught that God is uncontrollable, God is omniscient, omnipresent, all of these things that are beyond our human scope. But why is there one thing? I know this to be true because it's the one thing that controls us. Now, what do I mean by that? Underneath everything that we desire in life or think we desire or the way that we are living our life, we have this need, fundamental need of one thing. We may want power, we want money, we may want family, vacations, comfort, Netflix and chill, sex, relationships, whatever it is. We may want all those things, but underneath of that, what is it that we want by those things? And let's go deeper and deeper to the fundamental energy of the universe, which is love. If you know any of my content, you know this is what I talk about a lot. Love. Because the core of everything that we desire is to be seen, to be known, to be held, to be loved. So, if this is true for us at a fundamental level, then, and we rewind what we call time, the perception of time, we refold back up creation as it's been unfolded into our existence and our reality as we know it. What do we go back to? We go back to a singularity. We go back to a point when it all started, when it all became, when it all exploded in some way, in some orgasmic fashion into existence. And then the question is, why? If we have this deep desire to connect with each other, your resistance to connection is also the desire to connect. And a lot of us have that resistance. No, I don't want to connect. I don't want to be intimate. I want to run. I want to hold everyone at arm's length. Because deep down inside, we desire to be seen, to be known, to be loved, to be held, all of those things. My one point in this video is this desire that controls us, that animates us, is the same desire that animates God. Love. God is unconditional, pure love. But love has a need. Love demands to be expanded. Love demands to be seen. Love craves love. This is why we crave relationships. To be seen by the other, to be held by the other, to be known by the other, to be loved by the other. So does God. And thus, creation is born, and we are participating in this cosmic dance. Ultimately, for the one thing that God deeply desires, and that is love. To love us, all of creation, whatever else is out there as far as beings and all that stuff. To love and to be loved. This is why the Christian religion is founded on this principle to love God. But the problem is, it's a commandment. And love cannot be commanded. It must be chosen. So God is sitting here, created all of this reality, all these beings. All of this creation is unfolding with one massive condition in the middle of it. Love must be chosen. This is the thing that limits God, because God desires deeply to love and to be loved. But love requires choice. Why? Because we have free will. Love would not be love if it was commanded. Love would not be love if it was forced upon us. That's not love. We know this in relationships. When we are in relationship that has a condition to it, we resist it. The fundamental nature of love is to be free. And then in that freedom, we choose. See, this whole thing is centered around this one simple concept. All spirituality, all the desires, all the cravings, all the desires to try to do something in church or try to be a better person or to get this thing out of this particular relationship. To even be powerful, to have the money, to have the wealth, to have the influence. All of it still fundamentally comes down to this one fundamental universal need that comes from God itself. To be loved and to love. I leave you with this. What is the desire of your heart? Can it expand beyond just the person in front of you? Can it expand into your cosmic view of the world, that everything is centered and is fundamental around love? Not rom-com love, not love song love, deeper than that. Radical, heart-opening, unabandoned, unconditional. Here I fucking am. Do you love me? And God says, fuck yes, I fucking love you.